Latinos, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 5-minute match preview. And it's Nottingham Forest, it's Arsenal, it's away from home at the City Ground. And I know that Arsenal fans everywhere are gassed because, as we know, the Manchester Derby happened, and we were begging, we were hoping, we were wishing that Man United, a terrible Man United, would get a result, and they did better than that. They beat Manchester City 2-0, which means that City have no points. And it also means if we get the win today, we could go 9 points clear of Manchester City. And in the title race where, we've had problems in the past, we need to get as much distance between us and City as we can. And this is an opportunity. As far as today's match against Nottingham Forest, it's at 5:30. Team sheet's already out, so I'll go through that one. It's 12:30 for my South Florida Gooners. I know they're gassed. I know they're headed to the pub. I know they're ready. And so am I, man. So am I. I just want us to have a good performance. I would like to see us keep a clean sheet, to be honest. But I just wanted to get 3 points. At this point, I wanted beautiful football. I wanted, something like I saw in 22-23. I don't care anymore. I want 3 points at all costs by any means necessary. So the lineup that's come out, I think is very strong. I think it's very fast. And I think it gives us an opportunity to run at Nottingham Forest. I mean, Nottingham Forest are in the relegation, area. They're a couple points off of the relegation. I think they're like 4 or 5 points away from, relegation zone. And we should be peppering them, whether they're at home. I mean, they'll probably sit behind the ball a little bit, but they're going to be at home. So they're going to want to come forward. And if they come on to us, then with this lineup, I think we'll pick them apart. As far as, our lineup, Raya in goal, thank goodness. I think Kepa is a solid keeper, but you can definitely tell the difference between David Raya and Kepa. When David Raya is in there, I don't feel like anything's going into the back of the net. When Kepa's in there, you just kind of hope and pray. Our back line is as strong, I think, as we can field. It's the usual that we would have kind of expected with our left backs, Calafiore being out and Miles Lewis-Skelly not really being a choice, when it comes to battling those wingers because he can be called out. It's White at right back, the center back pairing of Saliba and Gabriel, and it's Timber at left back. And I think that's solid. Timber's not a left back, but he's a solid defender, and I think he'll get us going. As far as the midfield, we already know what it's going to be. Our midfield won't change if all of them are healthy, so it's going to be Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. And what I'd like to see is Odegaard be more assertive. We saw a little bit in the last match that, he can pass the ball forward, but I want him to kind of work with getting our strikers involved, like in the center of the park and stop going right all the time. I like to see him go left a little bit, but I think we're going to be as good an attack as Martin Odegaard is, to be fair. So as far as our attack as well, to me, I think it's very fast on the wings. So they're going Martinelli at left wing and Matchweek at right wing. And, of course, Gyökeres in the middle. I think we're just really trying to get Gyökeres going. He got a goal in the last match, and I would just love to see him get a couple more. As far as the wings, Saka gets the rest, which I think he desperately needs. And Martinelli and Matchweek are going to be direct. They're going to be fast. And I think if we go at that Forest back line, I think we can exploit them. If we start getting crosses in, for Gyökeres, if Odegaard, kind of pings forward balls in. If he takes shots, I like Odegaard shooting from outside the box as well. So, I'd like to see us, more fluid in attack and just more aggressive. I think if we get after them early, I think they'll concede a couple goals, and then we can go in autopilot, to be honest. We can be all right. As far as the score, oh, man. As I said, I really want a clean sheet. I want the clean sheet crew to return. I haven't said that in a couple weeks. But I'd also like to see goals, man. As I said, Forest are near the bottom. We should be peppering them. And every time I say that, it finishes 1-0 or 2-1. But I'm going to go 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0 to the Arsenal. The clean sheet crew returns. We get a couple goals. Hopefully, Gyökeres gets a goal. I like to see Odegaard get a goal as well. And, of course, with Arsenal, there's going to be a set-piece goal. And I hope that is Gabriel. All right, guys. I'll see you guys after the match. Take it easy.